High schools across the Metro East are typically rivals, but they joined together this afternoon to fight for the future of their mascots. Collinsville, Granite City, and Mascots high schools all use Native American imagery in their logos and mascots, but a new bill approved by the Illinois House could change that. First Alert 4's Kimberly Donahue spoke to students and district officials about the plan.
When we all come together, we're strong and we all come together as one.
Yvette Rios is a senior at Granite City High School. She's always been proud to call herself a warrior.
I grew up wanting to be the warrior, ending our legacy at Granite City. It's always once a warrior, always a warrior.
But that sense of identity for Rios and generations of families at several Metro East schools could be coming to an end with a bill that just passed the Illinois House. House Bill 1237 would prevent schools from using Native American names, logos, and mascots.
Our mascot wasn't created out of mockery. It was chosen out of admiration.
Students and families from different schools across the Metro East, usually seen as rivals, came together Sunday rallying against the bill. District leaders say it would affect the schools financially to change everything that has the imagery.
The legislation as it's written, there's no reimbursement to districts to do this. And for Mascots alone, we estimate conservative end around $1.5 million and on the high end around $2 million. Statewide, I think estimates got to be closer to 150 million.
Those at the rally believe the future of the mascots should be a decision left up to local control instead of a blanket end to them statewide.
I realize there's opposition. We have a democracy, and those people should run for school board and petition, and if they want to change the mascot, then they can do that. But the state shouldn't be doing this.
Students like Yvette Rios hoping the pride of their mascots can live on for generations.
We are representing the people who were here before us. We are empowering them and honoring how they lived and how they fought.
Keeping their name in the community. In Collinsville, Kimberly Donahue, First Alert 4.
The bill has not been assigned to a Senate committee. It's unclear how long that will take. The Illinois Senate reconvenes Tuesday. Another bill that would ban the use of discriminatory disability mascots also passed the House. The Illinois General Assembly adjourns May 31st.